Hi, and welcome to my channel, Knotty Gnome Crafts. My name is Sarah, and you can find me as Knotty Gnome on Instagram. It's Vlogtober, and we've made it to the end of the month. Happy Halloween if you celebrate. I'm not into holidays, so this is about as festive as I get. I got my purples, I got my blacks. I don't own anything orange, but you know, what are you gonna do? Could have stolen a hat from my husband, but this is fine. So welcome to the video today. For my last day of Vlogtober, I'm gonna do a little indie pattern haul. But before we get started, I just want to share that I am wearing the Pattern Emporium Keep It Simple Babe tee that I just finished this past week. And I'm also wearing my Paper Theory Zadie jumpsuit over the top. And I'll try to insert a little snapshot of me wearing the outfit. I did get a request from someone to do that. I'll try to do it as much as I can, but no promises. But today I do have a shot, so I'll just put it up so you can see the full outfit. Okay, so indie pattern haul. I had instituted this policy that I was only going to buy indie patterns when I was ready to put them together and sew them. So kind of within a month of purchasing was my rule. And basically that rule has flown out of the window. I kind of go through these phases in my life where I buy a lot of patterns and then I decide I don't need to be buying patterns, and kind of right now what I feel like is as long as I can afford it, I'm not hurting anybody, and so I'm just going to buy the patterns that I want, and I'll even hopefully sew up some of them. So that's what we got today. It is the last day of October when you're seeing this, and so there are some time-sensitive sales that I wanted to make sure that I got this out so you could see it. If you are seeing it on October 31st, there are some a few deals to be had. But yeah, let's just get started. So the first thing I want to share with you is actually a free for a limited time pattern. So Designer Stitch, which is a company that I have heard of before, but I've never purchased anything from them, they had a free for a limited time offer on their Dicky collars pattern. And I just thought that this pattern was really neat and interesting. It's a Dicky with like kind of a fake button-up shirt with lots of different collar styles that you could choose from. And as far as I can tell, the most amount of fabric that it calls for is 5/8 of a yard. A lot of the views only call for half a yard. So it's a great way to scrap bust. And also, if you just don't have a lot of practice with sewing button-up shirts, you could get a lot of experience on this Dicky collar, just, you know, sewing the collar stand and the collar and putting buttons on and that kind of thing. So I went ahead and downloaded this. It is one of those that you have to sign up for her newsletter and then you get the code to get it for free, and that is only good through October 31st. But yeah, I went ahead and downloaded it. I don't know when I would make it, but I am interested in trying it out just to see if it's something that I would like to wear under like sweaters and stuff. And it's a good way to use up scraps. So the second pattern that I purchased that is also on offer through the end of today, October 31st, is the Pattern Scout Cozy Jacket. And I also purchased the shirt jacket add-on. So that pattern is 20% off, and then also if you sign up for her newsletter, you can get a code for $5 off. And so by combining those two discounts, I ended up getting the pattern and the add-on for around $10, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So the reason that I purchased this pattern is because I saw Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery had made a version, and I really like cropped jackets. Like, because of my height, it's a style that really works for me. And this pattern is really versatile because you can make it out of knits or wovens. And with the add-on, there's 3 different styles. There's like a zip-up jacket that's a little bit more sporty. There's a hood option, and then it's also a zip-up hood. And then there is, with the shirt jacket add-on, you can make it look like a shirt jacket. And so between all those options, it just seemed like a pattern that I could go back to again and again and use with a variety of different fabrics. So that's why I purchased that pattern. The next one that I bought is another new release. It's the Itch to Stitch Varsim Overalls. Again, this is one that I saw on Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery's channel. And I really liked this pattern because it's a jogger style overall. It's made out of knits, but you can also use stretch wovens. And what I really loved about this pattern is that it only calls for 2 yards. And so the overall patterns that I have in my stash call for a little bit more fabric. And so a lot of the times the bottom weight fabrics that I purchase, I do just buy 2 yards, like thinking that I'm going to make pants. So this pattern I should be able to use with a lot of fabrics that are already in my stash. So that's why I picked up that one, and it is on sale for $10.40. I couldn't find information on how long the sale lasts, but as of today, October 31st, it is on sale. So yeah, I am excited about making those as well. And then I also picked up Pattern Emporium's Meet You There dress. Just a little aside, I really don't like the way that Pattern Emporium names their patterns because I just find the names extremely difficult to remember. So this is probably the last time I'm going to remember what the name of this dress is. But it's the Meet You There dress. It is on sale for 15% off through Monday Australian time. So no idea what the time zone thing is. But if you go to their website, there's a little banner at the top that actually tells you like how much longer you have for the sale. So if you see that banner, then it's still on sale probably. So anyway, what I liked about this dress is if you watched my collab video with T from Crumpetstein Sewing on the Maya Sotis dress, I really loved that style and I thought it really suited me. And this dress, it kind of makes me think of the Maya Sotis, but a more simplified version. So it has like the puffy bishop sleeves and you can do a couple different lengths. And then it has a simpler rounded neckline and there's different neckline heights. But otherwise, it's a pull-on over your head, you know, like unfitted dress with tiers, like the Maya Sotis. And I thought that it would be another one of those patterns that would be a really good showcase for beautiful fabric. And the shortest version of the dress only takes 2 yards for my size. So again, it's a nice thing for me. Like I have a variety of fabrics already in my stash that I could potentially use for this. I also like that it comes with a top. And so like I think that there's a lot of different versions you can make. It's a versatile pattern. So I went ahead and bought that one as well. So the last group of patterns, and there are quite a few of these, I purchased through the Sew Over It VIP sale. I am in their VIP club, and a few times a year they offer like subscriber exclusive discounts. So this one is not unfortunately available to the general public. I think it's actually already over. But they did have 30% off of all of their patterns. So I picked up quite a few of them that I'd had my eye on. I really like Sew Over It. Just in general, their drafting seems to fit me pretty well. I don't have to make a ton of adjustments with their patterns, or at least I haven't up to this point. So I do have a little bit more trust in them as a company as far as like that their block works for my body. So I picked up quite a few of their patterns. So the first one that I got was the newest pattern release, which is the Ultimate Jeans. Now I do have a lot of jeans patterns in my wardrobe or in my pattern stash already, but I have a lot of interest in making jeans. It's kind of a long-term project that I'm thinking about for next year, so I'll talk more about that later. But I went ahead and got this pattern. I like that they're high-waisted, and then it has 3 different views. So you can do a boot cut, a straight fit, or like a mom jean. So I liked that there were different options with that. And it's for non-stretch fabric. So I got that pattern. And then the next one that I picked up, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm gonna call it the NEM Skirt. I really like the shape of this skirt, how it's fitted at the waist and the hips, and it has like a V-shaped yoke, and then there's gathers underneath that, so it's more flowy towards the bottom. It reminds me a lot of the Sewaholic Crescent skirt, which I used to own, and I made a couple of versions. But I don't know where that pattern went. I think I might have destashed it. I'm really not sure, but I don't seem to have it anymore. So I went ahead and picked up the NEM skirt because I just really like the silhouette of it. I think that it would be beautiful in a variety of different fabrics, and I do like the different length options. I think that I'd be interested in making all of the different lengths that it includes. So I picked up that one. So the next pattern that I picked up was the Roxy top. I believe this came out earlier in 2021. What I liked about this one is that it's a cropped sweater, and so it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Seamwork Astoria, which is a pattern that I don't have. But it kind of ends at your natural waist, and it has a band. And then there's some different options for the sleeves. I think you can have like a normal straight sleeve, or there's a bishop sleeve. And then there's a couple different necklines, and what I really liked about the different views is there's like a normal looking sweater, and then there's one that has gathers in the shoulder, which is just a little bit of a different effect from what I've seen for other t-shirt patterns or sweater patterns. So I really liked that, and I went ahead and picked that one up. I could see myself making that one over and over again. So the next pattern that I picked up is the Sew Over It Eve dress. Now I know that this pattern is extremely popular in the sewing community and many people have made it. I had made a Vogue dress earlier in the summer that was very similar in style to the Eve dress, but that ended up being a fail for me. It just didn't fit me well, and I should have made a muslin but didn't, but you know, what are you gonna do? So like that dress didn't work out. I still really like the silhouette of that wrap dress with the high-low hem, and so I did want to make a version of it that would work for me. So I went ahead and got the Eve dress in the hopes that the drafting would be better for my body type. And right now I do not have any fabric in my stash because it is quite a fabric hog. I think it takes over 3 meters. And I don't have enough of any one particular fabric in my stash, but Black Friday is coming up. So I was thinking I could purchase some fabric to make the Eve dress in the springtime. So that's why I went ahead and bought that pattern. And then finally, my last Sew Over It purchase was I bought their Work to Weekend ebook. This came out a few years ago, and so lots of people have made garments from that ebook. And it is one of those things that like I don't necessarily need it because there are a lot of the garments, I have some similar things in my stash already, but I am attracted to the style of most of those patterns in that ebook. Like basically all of them I think that are my style and that I would make. So I went ahead and picked up the ebook. I passed it over a few other times in different sales, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it and then I'll have it if I ever want to make anything from it. So that is my indie pattern haul for the end of October. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, I hope that you hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who tuned in for any of my videos during the month of October. It's been a lot of fun, but I am ready to move on and not be posting a new video every day for a little while. But thank you so much if you did watch any of my videos. I do appreciate that you take time out of your day to watch my channel, and I will see you again next time.